Hello and welcome to the awakening of I Am Magi-Nation. My name is Sherman, and I want to thank everybody who has subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And don't forget, at the end of the video, if you like it, hit this like button and share it with others, because in this world I found one purpose that everybody seem to have, is that's to help others, because that's one purpose, or that's one thing in life we can't escape if we plan on making money, because money is about helping. So please do make sure you have it, because we're growing together. Alright, today I wanted to talk about planting seeds and how we should plant seeds in our subconscious mind. And in my last video, I was talking about the two things we need to do in order to manifest whatever we want in life. So if we know these two things we need to do now all we gotta do is plant the seed. And every thought is a seed. And the more you think on something, the more you cultivate this seed into, or this thought into, a belief. And a belief is a collection of thoughts on something. So it's not just necessarily one thought, it's many different thoughts that lead to this one particular thought. So it's thoughts that reflects back to this thought. And today I want to just talk about how we should plant these seeds. And we plant these seeds by giving God an image, or by using our imagination to create a vision for ourselves. So I will be referring to the scripture, and I'll be coming out the English Standard Version, and I'm coming out the book of Habakkuk, and it says, and the Lord answered me, write the vision, make it plain on the tablet, so he may run who reads it. For still the vision await its appointed time. It hastened to the end. It would not lie. It seemed slow. Wait for it. It would surely come. It would not delay. So it may seem that it's taking a while, but if you hold on to your faith and believe that this vision that you have planted into your subconscious will come alive, if you hold on to the faith. So let's look at nature for an instant. Let's learn from nature. Every seed must be planted first before it can grow. So a seed must be planted in your mind. What is it that you would like to be? What would you like to be? Or what would you like to have? Or where would you like to go? And like I said earlier, let's learn from nature. So when we are planting seeds or flower or whatever vegetation it may be that we plant into the ground, we have to prepare the ground before we put it in there. So we get the soil ready for the seed or for the plant. So the videos I posted ahead of time was pretty much preparing you for this moment. So it had somebody, they planted seeds in your head, or when we watch something, it's a seed being planted. It's a thought being planted there. Whether you agree with me now or not, it's a seed that is planted. And if you continue to watch that, or you continue to hear that, soon it's gonna penetrate the subconscious, and that thing will be manifest unto you. And you wondering why these things manifesting unto you, and you're not the one doing it intentionally, but you're doing it unintentionally. You digest on a regular basis, pretty much is seeding in your brain or in your subconscious, and soon it will manifest itself to you. So whatever not seen will soon manifest itself. So there's a process of seeding, and every seed go through what we call a germination or incubation or gestation period. Now, a germination is the sprouting of a seed, spore, or other reproductive body, usually after a period of dormancy. The absorption of water, that passage of time, chill and warm, oxygen availability, and light exposure may all operate in initiating the process. So before the seed can, let's say, hatch, or is the hatching of the seed, it go through these stages, and they all different stages because it's depending on what kind of seed has been planted. Now, the gestation is the development of something over a period of time, and the incubation is the process of incubating egg cells, bacteria, or diseases. The hatching of the egg. Now, for a human, it take 9 months. But did you know for an elephant, it take nearly 2 years for an elephant to give birth to a baby elephant? A dog, it takes 63 days to 65 days. And flower, it take 1 to 2 weeks. So every seed has it different time that it gonna hatch or it gonna produce. I'm gonna say hatch. And even though it may be one seed, in the end, if it gives more than one, it always gives more than one. Like, for instance, I'm gonna give with nature. They take a watermelon. We take the watermelon seed. How many watermelon do we get off that one seed? I don't know what the count is, but it's not just one. Or let's say an apple tree or a plum tree. And all these things come from one seed, but look how it produced so many. They're just like one thought. One thought could produce so many different thoughts. So every thought is a seed, and we should be aware of what seed we are planting into our subconscious mind. Believe me when I say that there's only one causation, and that's your imagination, and that by you not being aware of the dieting, well, you are aware of the dieting because you're choosing to watch or you're choosing to listen, wherever it may be, you're choosing to do these things, and so you shouldn't be surprised when these things come to you. So it talks in the Bible about how man plant good seeds and bad seeds, and how, an apple tree is not gonna yield plum. Now, an apple tree might not yield apple, but it's not gonna yield plum. So you can't think that you're gonna take in one thing and it's gonna give you another. So be careful of what you taking in, because it's a part of the seeding. Everything is a part of seeding. So we're gonna go back to Habuku. Let me say that. I'm not saying it right. Habuki. Behold, my soul is puffed up. We're gonna go back to the book of Habuki 2 and 4. Behold, his soul is puffed up. It is not upright with him, but righteous shall live by his faith. So once you plant these seeds, you got to hold on to the faith that in time it will grow. And then I'm gonna give, with nature, they take a watermelon. We take the watermelon seed. How many watermelon do we get off that one seed? I don't know what the count is, but it's not just one. Or let's say an apple tree or a plum tree, and all these things come from one seed. But look how it produced so many. They're just like one thought. One thought could produce so many different thoughts. So every thought is a seed, and we should be aware of what seed we are planting into our subconscious mind. Believe me when I say that there's only one causation, and that's your imagination, and that by you not being aware of the dieting, well, you are aware of the dieting because you're choosing to watch, or you're choosing to listen, wherever it may be, you choosing to do these things, and so you shouldn't be surprised when these things come to you. So it talks in the Bible about how man plant good seeds and bad seeds, and how, an apple tree is not gonna yield plum. Now, an apple tree might not yield apple, but it's not gonna yield plum. So you can't think that you're gonna take in one thing and it's gonna give you another. So be careful of what you taking in, because it's a part of the seeding. Everything is a part of seeding. So we're gonna go back to Habuku. Let me say that. I'm not saying it right. Habuki. Behold, my soul is puffed up. We're gonna go back to the book of Habuki 2 and 4. Behold, his soul is puffed up. It is not upright with him, but righteous shall live by his faith. So once you plant these seeds, you got to hold on to the faith that in time it will grow. And if you be patient and wait, it will grow. I I'm no better or no different from anybody else. I'm just trying to share with you some things that I have learned that I was doing to myself. I'm no different from anybody else. Wherever somebody else subject, I am subject to. Because the same spirit that lives in me lives also in you. Also in everybody. It's only one spirit. And I was taught that it is many different spirits. But it's only one spirit. It's only one causation. And that's your imagination. And you got to believe that your imagination is God. So be careful of the seeds that you planted into your subconscious mind, because they will grow and they will tell you what you've been thinking about. So let us plant good seed. Let us be aware of the seed that are being planted into our subconscious mind. Let us plant seeds of what we would like to have and want in life, and not what someone else may see us or would like for us to be. Because I'm pretty sure if you on this channel, if you're looking at this video right now, it's not because you're doing great in life. It's because you're trying to find out how. And a lot of times, you have to look to others. So it tells us not to lean to our own understanding. And what it means is, sometimes, when it come down to it, if you see somebody doing well, why not learn from them? And this is what I've been doing. I've been learning from people that they doing so well in life, and it's all about how they think. And it's the seeding. If it's the thought is the seed. So it's the seeding of the mind. It's the arrangement of the mind, how they seed their mind to get what they want. So we got it right. We can do this. We don't have to get anything that we don't want. So if you find yourself not knowing how this thing came about or how did it happen to me, I know we quick to say that. Why did this happen to me? I could tell you why. And because you thought it could happen. And because you thought it could happen, it did happen. Or you passed judgment on somebody. Or you condemn somebody for their situation or their circumstance or the state or country that they may be in at that time. You condemn them. And now it's on you. Now you what you condemn them of, you now have to experience it for yourself, so you can say truly what you said at the beginning, at the first. So you can say that I didn't know that, we shouldn't be condemning people, and we shouldn't see people in situations. We should always see great things about people. We should never see them as what they may appear to be, unless it's already that good. But if it's not, if they giving you something, they haven't intentionally or they haven't really became aware of what's going on in their life, and you haven't intentionally or they haven't really became aware of what's going on in their life, and they not to blame. Because God only act. We just vessels. The spirit is a slave to the body. meaning as long as the spirit in this body, it got to fall, it got to subject itself to the body. Because without the body, it don't exist. So with the body, it exists. Not to say that what I'm getting at is that we don't see spirit walking around. So only way we see spirit walking around, they embody. They embody. So when they embody, then you see. But I just wanted to talk a little bit more. I just wanted to talk some on. I just wanted to talk some on the seed and how we should be careful of the digest. We should be careful of what we take in, because every thought is a seed. So if every thought is a seed, everything is a seed. What we look at, what we listen to, whatever it may be, if we take it in, because this is the earth. I've standard version, and it says, "Let the one who is taught the word share all good things with the one who teaches. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever one sow, that will he also reap. For the one who sow to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption, but the one who sow to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life." But right there, it shows you that wherever you sow, so nobody put no hex on you or got the roots, put the roots on you. Ain't none of that going on. You doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. It's hard to admit that everything that goes on in your life, you doing it to yourself. See, we known to blame others, and that's why we created Satan. We created Satan because we needed somebody to blame. Now, and my thing is, we got to take ownership for what's going on in our life, because believe it, we are causing it, and we're causing it through our imagination. I remember, well, I'm being honest with you, I can't remember no more. I can't remember how it was, because now that I see all the good, I can't even remember the bad. But I remember being in a situation, I remember being, let's say it like that. I remember having hell just all over me, and I wanted to give people hell every time I came around them. I would stir something up, and it was because I didn't know that. I was just quick to blame everybody for what was going on in my life. I didn't never take the blame. I always wanted to blame somebody else, I'm being honest. But we must understand that there's only one causation, and there's only one spirit, there's only one body, and there's only one mind and one soul. But yes, it's many of us, but we make up this one body, one mind, and one soul. So we are connected to God, and anytime we give a thought to Him, He send it back sevenfold. So think about that when you're thinking. When you're thinking on your neighbor, make sure they're good thought, because whatever thought you send at your neighbor, they return back to you 7 times. So make sure we not imagine our neighbor in a position that we wouldn't be in. Only in a position that we would like to be in, or even better. I would like to end this video, but first I would like to say, like always, be careful what you imagine, what you think about, because whatever you think about and imagine will come about. And until next time, let's have a moment of silence.